and hello, Western Illinois University. It's a real honor to be here, I have to say, and to be a part of this really exemplary exercise in our democracy. And I know it's called a mock election, but it's actually pretty real, maybe even more real than that other election coming up a year from now, because that one's got an awful lot of special interest money and deceptive TV sound bites that make it, maybe that's the one that's actually the mock election, because it sort of mocks the spirit of democracy. And that's what I really like about being here, that the spirit of democracy is really alive and well at Western Illinois University. Because students here are raising the bar for young people all across America to stand up and take your future back in this election. So I encourage you not to think of this as just an academic exercise, but a real chance for you to speak up at the very beginning of this election process when the whole world is listening. And you kind of have the eyes and the ears of the whole world on you. And this is a chance for you to stand up and say that you're going to vote in your own interests. You're not just going to vote the way that your parents voted or the way that you were told to vote. You're going to really think about the issues and vote on your own behalf. And that's why I've basically come here to join you as students who can lead the way to the future that we all deserve, and let it begin here at Western Illinois University. So this is actually the first stop. This is the very first place that I decided to come on my campaign trail. Because in my view, you, the youth of America, are what this election is all about. Because right now, under the parties, the two ruling parties and their policies, and the current president, your future has kind of been thrown a monkey wrench here. And I think that's a national scandal, that your education costs have gone through the roof, the massive student debt that's been imposed on you, the jobs that are not there for you after graduation. These should not be the last priorities of public policy. These should be the first. And that's why you're my first stop on my campaign trail. So here's how we can actually fix those problems. First, we can forgive that crushing student debt burden and liberate your entire generation from being turned into indentured servants, which is kind of the position that you're being put in. If we could bail out the banks who actually caused the economy to crash in the first place, and we bailed them out with about $16 trillion, if you actually look at the numbers, then we can help out a generation that had nothing to do with the crash and who can really be the engine of our economic recovery. And to do that, we need to take that debt burden off of you. And we can provide also tuition-free education from pre-kindergarten through college. That's an investment in our future that pays off enormously. It would be like the GI Bill that we used after the Second World War to send our servicemen and women to college, and that had a return. Can you believe it? For every dollar we put into that, about $7 came back to us in increased economic activity and in revenues. So this is an investment that pays off and is the right thing for us to do. And in the same way, during the 20th century, we knew that a high school education was essential to be a full member of the economy and society. Well, things have changed. We're in the 21st century, and you not only need a high school education, you need a college degree. So as a simple matter of basic fairness, we need to offer that education to everyone who wants it to have a tuition-free college education. So second, we can actually end unemployment in America and ensure that there are jobs to keep everyone, including you, working. And we can do that through a program of directly creating jobs. We did this during the Great Depression. In the 1930s, we created a New Deal, which was a government program of direct job creation, and it helped get us out of the Great Depression. And these jobs will focus especially on preventing climate change, so we call this a Green New Deal. And these jobs will build the infrastructure for the new green economy, that is jobs in clean manufacturing, and bring back our manufacturing sector, in sustainable agriculture, in public transportation, and renewable energy. This is the real route to national security because it makes wars for oil obsolete and unnecessary because we have a clean, green economy here at home. And it will put back to work 25 million people who need it. We're not talking about 2 million jobs, which is what the president is talking about, and what he did in 2008 that really didn't change things very much. It came and it went, and it's the same old chronic recession. We need to really put an end to this recession. We can do it with the Green New Deal, put people back to work, end the Bush-Obama recession, and jumpstart the green economy for the future. Third, we can bring our troops home from Iraq and Afghanistan and do it now. The president has claimed that he's doing that, but if you read the fine print, what he's doing actually is moving the troops over the border. So they won't be in Iraq, but they're still going to be there ready and waiting for the next war. This will allow us to redirect trillions of dollars spent on needless wars and a bloated military and put them back into human needs here at home. Fourth, it's time for the United States, as the richest country in the world, to catch up to the rest of the developed nations and finally provide health care as a human right for everyone. And we can do this through a Medicare for All system, and it not only provides quality health care for everyone, and I say this as a medical doctor who's worked in that system, who knows it's broken, and we can do better, and we must. We can do that at the same time we save trillions of dollars. This doesn't cost us, it actually saves us, because it gets rid of the wasteful, massive health insurance bureaucracy, which is wasting our healthcare dollars, and it puts an end to runaway medical inflation, which is the thing that's really killing our local, state, and national budgets. So we can end all that. And then finally, we can actually legalize marijuana and put it into a safe regulatory framework. Marijuana is a drug, and I say this as a medical doctor, it's a drug which is dangerous because it's illegal. It's not illegal because it's dangerous. It is far less dangerous than several other substances like alcohol and tobacco, which are perfectly legal and do far more harm. And in the same way that we ended the violence associated with alcohol by ending prohibition, we can put an end to the violence associated with marijuana by legalizing it. To me, that is the big public health issue. Finally, quickly, because I'm almost out of time, some of these programs cost money, and some of them generate an enormous amount of revenue. And if you add up the numbers, by redirecting the money being spent on Wall Street, war, and tax breaks for the wealthy, we can actually have more than enough money to afford to do all of these things. So tonight I'm asking not just for your vote, I'm asking for you to take the lead in our campaign and the lead in our democracy. Because by standing up tonight and voting for my campaign for real change, you will send shockwaves around the world that the youth of America has arrived and everything changes starting now. And that means creating jobs, ending student debt, and making tuition-free college available to all. With the power of your vision and your commitment to a better future, we're going to take our democracy back in this election and start building the healthy, just, secure green future we all deserve. And let's let it begin here. Thank you.